I started lifting when I was 16 years old, that being 6 years ago. So yeah, that's when I started. In a normal McFit, like in Germany, it's usual teenage boy. I think every dude knows that who started in this age. I was 16 years old, tried to impress others, mainly girls. Didn't work out. So yeah, that's why I started. I started doing just normal like bodybuilding stuff, and then it kind of evolved to general strength board, being powerlifting, and yeah, of course the motivation changed. Like powerlifting and even weightlifting more, like nobody really gave a shit. So it was more of an internal motivation, just trying to become better at it. I think work ethic is definitely something the sport taught me. Generally speaking, I'm a pretty chill dude. Like, especially in school, I was never too motivated. Starting to work, it was like rather half-assing it because I never really found what I was really good at or really enjoyed. And then simultaneously, I started lifting and really saw that hard work does pay off. And I think that's like the main thing that changed now. Now, as like being a coach, I'm definitely way more motivated to work because I just know that the payoff is just there. And I think without weightlifting, lifting weights, the sport of the strength sport, I would have never had that drive in life. Like I guess like a lot of dudes, especially in my age, have just like half-assing it.
I actually did sports my whole life, so I started when I was around 5 or 6 years old with vaulting, so gymnastics on a horse, and dancing. So I did this until I finished school and started studying. So sports was always part of my life. And yeah, I started because I love to move. So when I started studying, I stopped doing sports for like 2 or 3 years, and then I started feeling uncomfortable in my body after these years. So I started again to just move and feel better, to feel more comfortable with just cardio work and courses in a normal gym. Strong woman training started actually when I came to Berlin. I did CrossFit for, I don't know, 3 years. And then I came into the strong woman sport because one of my friends from the gym I go to in Berlin, Aorta, he is doing a strongman. So, and he asked me to join him on a competition. It was a team competition in strong woman, strongman. And I said, yes, I can just try it out and see where we end up. And it was really fun to get into the sport and to try out just new things, to lift up heavy weights. Yeah.
I'm doing strength sports since 1992. I was 14 and I got my first bodybuilding mag. This was the start for building some muscles for me. But after a time, it was more attractive for me to lift the most weight, no matter how I was looking. At first, I want to get stronger with barbells, just squatting heavy, deadlifting heavy, benching heavy, for example. And after time, I looked at some competitions out there.
I started 5 years ago with calisthenics. I came back from America and I had like quite a lot of weight and I wanted to get rid of it, and I thought that would be a good method to lose a lot of weight. So I started calisthenics, and then after 2 years I started powerlifting. And so yes, my motivation changed because I started powerlifting to compete, and now I'm at this point. I just wanted to be healthy, and I just want to be strong and independent, and yeah, and I think especially for women, being strong is like super nice and super great.
Training is a big part of my life because I train, or I start to train when I was 6 years old, and yeah, that's my life, that's my lifestyle. I do calisthenics since 2020, so now 1.5 years around, to get a better body and to have a new goal for myself in sports or in calisthenics.
So before I started doing sports, I was definitely on this way of getting really thin and wanted to fulfill this thing of like woman has to be thin and super fragile and I don't know, always be nice and that stuff. And so I thought, okay, I want to be like a really, I don't know, thin elf, and went in this way, but I was quite bad in this. So I got sick all the time, I had migraine all the time, I was cold all the time, and I was super weak as well. And I started doing sports and I gained muscles, and I was on a point I was just healthy and I felt good. I was not sick anymore, and I don't know, I started liking my body even though it was not like this typical stereotype. So I kind of got curves and I was like, oh, that's nice. So I kind of have this mindset now, I'm not good in being an elf. I'm really good in being in kind of orc. And so yeah, I'm fine with being like a really good orc. And yeah, it's kind of a nice feeling. So like I really like my body now. And before that I was just staring in the mirror and I was really not satisfied. I always thought something, okay, I have to change this. Oh, this is too much fat. Meh, 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 meh. And now I'm like, yeah, more legs. I don't have enough legs. I need more legs. And yeah, it's really nice. And I got like, so in this way, I would say sports, like doing the sport gave me a lot of self-confidence.
The sport means not just a hobby or a passion of just having fun with it, but also making a living. And it might sound kind of cliche, but I guess also some kind of purpose, because as a coach, I help a lot of people, and seeing that this like how much I can bring to them, how much joy I can bring to them by helping them, that does definitely mean a lot to me, and like some kind of purpose for sure.
When I started CrossFit, it was not for competition. It was just for like getting into the gym, getting a good sweat and feel better afterwards. But when I like did it for half a year, I like discovered that there are competitions and that you can actually compete with other people. And yeah, I think when it all started with the Open in CrossFit. So then I discovered like, oh, I can compete, I can have like little competition with myself, what can I actually, where I end up with getting a little bit more competitive in the sport. So I think it changed over the years to train for competitions is actually at the moment is my main motivation, I would say. Yeah.
Powerlifting or lifting weights is a passion for my life. And I can't live without it, because it's a base for every day or every week. And I come down doing lifts, fight me against me. And I'm always happy to hit 1 kilo more than my last total. And this is always the first goal for me, instead of being better than other lifters. So if I am at a competition, for example, and I do my best personal performance, but my placement is not top 10 or whatever, No matter, I'm happy as fuck. On the platform, I get the most out of me. Far more than in my home gym, for example. So I have to compete.
I think being strong gives you so much more than just hitting numbers in competitions. It's a feeling you bring into your job or in other parts of your life. You just feel confident and like independent in things you're doing every day, like even when you lift your own groceries or things like that. It's it's just mind blowing how you actually get to do your everyday life so easy with just like hitting a gym or sweat every day. You just feel happy and that you did something for yourself.
I feel good in this because it's kind of like training is kind of me time. And even though, like, I don't know, every single stuff which is happening in the world, which is bad, it's kind of, if I enter the gym, it's just staying outside. So I just be here for like 2 hours and it's just, I don't want to watch the news. I'm just going to lift that stuff and then I can go outside and like caring about the stuff again. But in this 2 hours, it's just bar and weights.
You can do it. So positive mindset is the most important thing.
I don't know, it's super relieving and you feel free.
I lift because I'm good at it and I want to be the best version of myself doing it.
I think it's just a great benefit for your everyday life when you hit the gym every day. Yeah.
I lift because to hold my mental health. This is why I lift.
Heavy way of meditation.
Lifting is a therapy for me because the weight of the world is sometimes too heavy and I need something to pull me out.